go, Brandon.
Good morning, guys. Quick video for you all. I'm sure many of you have heard by now the Columbia, South Carolina gang shooting that took place yesterday at the Columbiana Mall in South Carolina, in Columbia, South Carolina, where 9 people were shot, 14 injured. It appears that only the 73-year-old who was injured, and I don't think the 73-year-old was shot. It sounds like she may have been trampled when people were trying to leave. They do have one suspect currently in custody, Jawayne Price, 22. I did have to do a little bit of digging to find out if this was a guy or not. It is a guy. At first, it just looked like a fat chick to me, but it's not. It's actually just a fat guy, 22 years old. Come on, man. Get off the Twinkies or whatever you're eating or drinking. Jawayne Price was arrested for unlawful carrying of a pistol. Duh. Sheriff says that this is not a random shooting, that this is an ongoing conflict between the suspects, quote unquote. Here we go again, guys. This is, coast to coast. We got Sacramento, was it last week? And Columbia, South Carolina this week. So we've got everything pretty much covered. We've had 3 shootings, somewhat high profile shootings that are being classified right now like the country is out of control. Like us law-abiding gun owners are the ones that are just out of control. It's no coincidence to me that all of this seems to be happening and being put out there as a fake gun violence type scenario, while we have so many states, 25, half the country right now, with constitutional carry, 25. So half our country already recognizes constitutional carry, and then we have all of this going out. Nobody is correcting their narrative. Nobody is. In Sacramento, I put out several videos, and from the very beginning, correctly pointed out that this was going to be gang violence, and it was, in fact, considered gang violence. This has not been called gang violence yet, but it will be. In fact, the sheriff has done everything but call it gun violence by saying that this is an ongoing feud between the suspects. There were multiple people with firearms. I believe they know of at least 3 people so far that had firearms that were shown and visible. I'm assuming this is from not only viewer video, but also store video inside the mall. This did take place inside the mall, right outside the Gap store. So there will be security camera catching all this. Again, 3 people so far. If this isn't gang violence, I'll apologize. But yes, it appears that once again, honest, law-abiding gun owners are going to be the ones who are going to somehow pay the price, because we have unlawful people shooting at each other, using guns the way that were not intended, not to defend themselves, but to actually try to kill and murder other people. But yet all this will be swept under the carpet. What next? When are these people going to start classifying these things the way they are and try to look at an actual root cause to try to get rid of this? Again, guys, I wrote a book on some of this stuff, but nobody wants to talk about that. They want to talk about guns. They want to talk about you and I. They want to talk about anything that they can do to throw you off the scent. And of course, the usual suspects are out there, all the anti-gun movements who make a whole lot of money off of these shootings. They really don't want these to go away. They enjoy these shootings because they make tons of money. If actual gang violence and these random shootings by illegal people somehow go away, these people's business would go away. So they really don't want it to. That's why they prop up these types of fantasies that they have in these kinds of shootings and call them everything that they're not. So again, they're out early before any facts are out there, not talking about anything other than the fact that nobody should have to go to a mall and risk being shot. You're exactly right. No one should have to go to the mall and risk being shot, which is why more people should carry firearms to be able to defend themselves and end these senseless acts of gang violence out there that's taking place. And like the violence up in New York, one person with a firearm could have ended all of that. So guys, keep a lookout as I get updates. And as somebody finally accurately, randomly calls this gang violence, instead of somehow trying to put this in the same category as we've got a gun violence problem. No, we got a gang violence problem. We got a people problem in this country right now. Until we recognize that we have a people problem, until we start recognizing what the true problem is and focus on fixing that, you can't fix the problem. If you don't know what the problem is, how can you fix it? You can call it whatever you want, but you can't possibly even begin to fix a problem that you don't know exists.
Let's go, Brandon.